Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm Moonshine, and today it's a special video. It's a very special video. Oh my god, I can barely contain my excitement. I'm losing it. Why? Okay, I'm gonna contain myself. Why, you may ask, am I losing it? You may not be aware, I have a pet goose. Her name is Gandalf. She is a hoot and a half. And oh, hi, Donut Boy. Oh, what are you doing? And so, with Halloween right around the corner, I thought it would be a fun idea if I made a costume for my goose. Okay, so I've seen people with like porch geese, and they're like statues and figurines, and they dress them up for different like times of the year and holidays, which would be a time of the year. I don't know, I thought it would be fun. Obviously if she hates it, I'm not gonna make her do it, and I'll probably make a goose or something. It won't go to waste, so you know, no harm no foul. Either way, whether Gandhi likes the costume or not, she's probably gonna hate it, but it still gives me an excuse to make a really adorable goose outfit and make one for me to match her. Okay, so anyways, back to reality. Just as a quick disclaimer, I wouldn't use this as like a how-to. Excuse me. You could use it as a point of reference because I'm bound to make some mistakes, and I do enjoy sharing mistakes with people in the hopes that you will learn from my mistakes and they might help you avoid them in the future. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Donut Boy, come here. Look at the boy. Look at the boy. He's a big man. Let's start by talking about exactly what I'm planning to cover with this costume. So for Gandhi's costume, I am going to make her a witch hat. I was planning on making it out of felt, and for the stars that you see on the Honkus Ponkus art, and I'm a sucker for glitter. I'll admit it. And so I'm taking some creative liberties, and I am making the stars like a gold. I'm not sure how, but ideally they're going to be a really pretty gold and kind of look magical, I guess. That's the plan anyway. So I'm making her the little capelet. I have some old crushed velvet that I was planning on using. It's pretty lightweight, and I already have it on hand. I've had it for years. Yeah, it's pretty rundown and it's pretty raggedy. I think it's covered in cat hair. And also, I am planning on making Gandalf. I don't know how this is gonna work exactly, but I'm planning on making Little Miss Gandalf her very own broomstick. Oh my god, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm too excited. I'm too stinking excited. Anyway, that pretty much covers Gandhi's outfit. So we're gonna see. Of course, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna like hurt her or put her in danger or anything. If anything, I'm putting myself in danger. She's probably gonna hate me. So now, how am I gonna match? I'm so excited, you guys. So earlier this year, I purchased a sewing pattern, and I had thrifted some bed sheets. They're like this really pretty eggshell color, and I was making that really sweet, it's like, I think it's called a milkmaid dress. It's very cottagecore, very whimsical looking. I ended up just kind of putting that project on the shelf because I still did want to complete it, just at a later time. And now it's time, because even though it's an eggshell color bed sheets, I have fabric dye, and so I'm pretty optimistic that I'm going to be able to color it, and I'm going to color it dark, and I'm going to color it so dark. I feel like I'm getting a little bit out of hand. So essentially the dress is going to be made out of linen. I'm planning on making this really pretty peekaboo style underskirt. It's gonna have like this really pretty pretty rich electric purple. And then where the slit in the milkmaid dress is, I'm going to modify the skirt on that so it's has a lot more sway and a lot more twirl to it. And then it has a slit on the side, and I'm going to alter that as well so that the slit goes higher up. And so it's gonna have like a border where the underskirt comes around, and the underskirt is see, I'm too excited. I'm so excited about this project. It's like eating away at the brain cells that are responsible for like coherent speech. I have like 12 different thoughts. They're all playing like skee ball. They're all like aiming at the same, like, I guess whatever it's called in skee ball. Anyway. I got about, I think, 15.5 yards of tulle total, but it's soft tulle. On paper that sounds like a lot, but I'll be interested to see how much that actually boils down to when it comes down to making the underskirt. Speaking of the skirt, the hem of the skirt is gonna have more of those gold stars, and I got these pretty studs, and they're like Aurora Borealis rhinestone, like Swarovski crystal with a gold bezel around them. Perfect. And that velvet that I mentioned earlier for Little Miss Gandy's capelet, I just so happen to have enough to make my own capelet as well, so we're gonna have matching capelets. I'm so excited. I don't know how many times I can say I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm pretty fucking excited. And also I'm gonna make a broomstick for myself. So that pretty much covers my plans. Hopefully, if I do this right and if I take my time. And I'm also making myself a witch hat. Okay, so I first started off with Miss Gandalf's witch hat. I used this craft foam that I found at the store, and I didn't know it was self-adhesive, but that was a win. I'm cutting out a circle that's about 1/4 inch diameters width smaller, just so that way when I put the top on it, I can fold the excess from the cone underneath it. And then I'm also drafting the patterns real quick for the collar pieces for myself and for Miss Gandalf and cutting those out. I measured and cut the rim of the hat that I would like to make for myself, and I'm also cutting out the cone. I followed some reference videos on YouTube that I found and kind of played around with the different dimensions until I found a size that I wanted, that I thought would work best for me. I wanted it to be kind of comically large, almost like a Doug Dimmadome hat. That old velvet that I was talking about, here she is, covered in quite a bit of fur. Here we go. And I was thinking of doing the lining with this really pretty lavender. These are hankies. I thrifted these, I can't remember how long ago, but it was a 4-pack for like $4. And here I just measure and cut out some fabric. You don't need a voiceover for that. I need a break. This isn't, oh my god, look at how cute she is. That's my child. So I just continue with the project as normal, you know, just like anything else. I have the pattern piece, I put it to the fabric, and then I cut it out. Then I found this gold craft foam, and it was really pretty. And I thought, I wonder if I could put this through the Cricut and make myself some cutout stars, because I needed a lot of gold stars. it fucked up earlier, and so we stopped it and took it off and had to redo it, but it's fine now. Look how cute this is. It's a little zombie boy. My husband made that. So my solution for the gold stars is this craft foam that I found when I was also looking around for the craft foam that I got for Gandalf's hat. So I picked up a few sheets of this. I actually ended up not having enough sheets for the whole project, so as of the time of this voiceover recording, I still need to get some more of that or figure out how I'm going to finish this project with the number of stars that I do have. Okay. So, I didn't do the pattern for the capelet, so let's do the pattern for the capelet. So the capelet's essentially going to be a circle skirt for my neck with a split on the front. Now I want this to come down to like, I measured and that's 18 inches. So now I need to measure my neck, 15 inches. But yeah, so this is gonna be the plan. Let's see how it goes. The plan went well. The measurements ended up being exactly what I needed. My phone stopped recording at some point, but here you can see the tedious process of cutting out individual rhinestones from this sheet of pretty rhinestone crystals I have. I would cut out individual strips, which are about 1/8 of an inch thick, and then I would put it on the mat, and then I would cut it with my rotary cutter across each individual rhinestone. And then I would pick it up with tweezers, and I would place it in some fabric glue, and then delicately place it on the capelet. The fabric glue dried clear, and I wasn't worried about the texture at the end because even though the fabric glue is shiny, it's gluing rhinestones, so I want it to be shiny there and catch the light. All right, we're not going to pay attention to what I'm listening to in the background. It's October. I'm going to listen to my fucking Halloween movies, okay? Anyway, a friend of mine told me about a trick with sewing satin, or they tried it with organza, and I think they tried it with satin, and it's to use a tissue. Emily! I think actually what she used was tissue paper, but my tissue paper is downstairs, and I wasn't planning on going downstairs until I was ready to make dinner and be done being downstairs for the night. So we're gonna do tissue because tissue is what I have up here. Makes me sick. Medic! I'm sorry, I love this movie. Hocus Pocus is one of the movies where I don't have to watch it to be able to quote it. You know, everybody has those movies. Let's try this. Then let's stir and make it a fresh one. Will you do stop that? I need to concentrate. What does thou call that? You hag! There are not enough children in the world to make thee young and beautiful. Sisters, did you hear what he called you? Okay, well, although it still shifted a little bit, the shifting it was reduced. It works. So now what I'm going to do real quick, and then I'm going to call it for the night. I'm going to iron this seam flat and open, and then I'm going to take this interfacing and I'm going to iron it to this. So I don't know if anybody here has tried to work with satin or velvet, or both at the same time, but I really don't recommend it. It's a beautiful end result, and it's a wonderful test of patience. The slippage that I encountered, especially sewing curves and sewing points like this collar, it is an endeavor which is not for the faint of heart, but all things considered, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I wish I had put maybe interfacing on both the satin and the velvet because, you know, it might have just helped it out a little bit better from shifting and I might have had an easier time of it. But I'm still pretty happy with it. And so I just continued sewing and I attached the stars one by one, first with fabric glue, and then again I went in with scissors with a sewing machine and I stitched all the large stars down. The small stars I ended up stitching by hand, and then I ended up sewing my capelet together along the hem with bias tape, and there's a couple reasons why I did that. There was so much shift between the two materials. I really just wanted it to be one and done. Bias tape helps it go so much more easily, so much more smoothly, and it just gives a clean finish to the hem, I think. So after that is where I start working on the dress. I started by assessing how far I did come with that dress that I was making before, and I actually made it a lot further along than I thought. All it really needed at that point was a zipper and to sew the hem. I seam ripped the skirt off because I recut another skirt and I made it like a circle skirt. And then I took those 2 bottles of Rit dye and I dyed it. It looks really nice. If I was doing a Kiki's Delivery Service cosplay, it's like the perfect shade of Kiki's dress. I love the color. Was it what I had intended? No, it was not. However, once I dress it all up and accessorize and layer and everything, I think it comes together pretty nicely. So for the tulle skirt, I really wanted it to be a simpler process than it was. And at first it was, but I didn't like how the colors looked. It was like color blocked when I really wanted it to be like layered tulle. And so I ended up having to kind of BS my way through the tulle skirt. I'm going to be honest with you. I had no clue what I was doing. I just straight stitched a 1-inch channel up along the top. Then I threaded elastic through. The elastic measured my waist. Then I stitched the elastic together and then I fluffed out the tulle and then boom, bam, you got a simple tulle skirt. But nothing about me or my projects can ever be simple, and so I'm not happy with it. Okay, so I finished it, at least as much as it's gonna get finished before Halloween. So I finished the dress. I did the tulle underskirt. I did Gandy's hat, but it's not 100% finished. I'm gonna get ready because the sun is starting to set and today is the last day before Halloween, where I'm gonna be able to get photos and stuff before nightfall with little Miss Gandy in her little outfit. I was so excited. Okay, anyway. Okay. I'm gonna get ready. Okay, well, that was my best attempt. I'm gonna put on my capelet and I'm going to go outside and harass my goose. I think it came out pretty good. Let's go. I got little Gandy's capelet. It's on my camera stand. Let's go get her. I normally look like absolute actual dog shit when I come out here. So she's like, who are you? Here she comes. Here she is. Hello. Okay, I'm burning daylight. I gotta get this area set up. Okay, we're not gonna look at any of this. No, don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, is it perfect? No. Silly Goose. Oh. Of course it's not for the weak. Yes. Hi, sweetheart. You're okay. She's still a little confused. So, we're not gonna have hats today. I'm gonna try again to finish the hats tomorrow. It's the best I could do. Life is crazy. Hi, sweetheart. Come here. She hates it. Okay. It's just me. It's just me. Chill. She hates it. I'm not gonna make her wear it. I might work with her on it a bit more, so that way she'll get more used to the idea and see if she's willing to try. But it's her first time like near anything like that, so she's probably scared. I'm gonna go put her down. That was very sweet, gentle nipples. We'll try again tomorrow. Go on. What are you gonna do? has heard something moving away. So I'm also gonna move away. God, look how pretty. What if I do like that? Ooh, like the princes do. It's hot. It's hot as hell. I'll admit it. That was a bit of a bust. What are you gonna do, you know? This still came out really cute. I still really like it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna work on the hats some more. I think I'm gonna put the hats in a part 2 because A, this video has been going on long enough. B, Halloween is tomorrow and I don't see myself realistically getting those done in time for Halloween. That's the word I'm looking for. I have the underskirt. I'm pretty pleased. Would I recommend doing this? For a Goose? No. For fun? Absolutely. If it's for fun, do it. The makeup looks nice. It's subtle, but it's cute. Honestly, like the hardest part of making this dress, well, there's 2 parts that I would consider the hardest part. The rest was just either time consuming or not a big deal at all. The sleeves, I've never done sleeves before, let alone puff sleeves, so I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. The zipper, I've never done a zipper before, but I think it came out pretty good considering. What would I change about this if I were to do it again? I would probably bring the cup of the bust down a little bit, probably about, what is that, like an inch? Yeah. I would shorten the torso by an inch and add on the bottom hem along this piece, I would add about an inch around as well. I put my hair up because it's hot as hell. My head is killing me, actually. I'm gonna get to the rest of my night, which is super exciting, and return back to my normal gremlin-y self. It is cleaning and organizing and putting away. And petting the donut boy. And toodles. I don't know what the fuck that was.